Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. I know I experimented a little bit yesterday, but today I'm going back to the meta. And I'm bringing you what is perhaps one of the strongest decks in the current meta. And that's going to be Mono Kai'Sa Demacia. So why Mono Kai'Sa? Because people have realized that Kai'Sa is just absolutely busted and overtuned with her ability, her level 2 ability. And also being able to get supercharged. So by playing Mono Kai'Sa, we're able to actually also play triple Rider Calling. This means that we're able to have pretty much 6 Kai'Sas in our deck. Because we have the 3 natural ones, the 3 for Rider Calling. And the good thing is that because her spell is so good, her champion spell is probably the best one in the game, or very close to it. Even if you get 2 Kai'Sas in your hand, because of Rider Calling, that's fine. Because we want to be able to give overwhelming spell shield to Kai'Sa. Like this unit, I know I already talked a little bit about this when we talked about Kai'Sa Akshan, but her package, Kai'Sa and her whole package are absolutely busted. Absolutely busted. She does so much so easily. But anyways, the rest of the deck. Why Demacia and how we got here, right? So Rider Calling again, we get to our champion quicker. Boiling is just there. Honestly, you'd be surprised. Like one thing that I underestimated when Kai'Sa and her package got revealed is how important and how powerful that evolve ability is. So being able to trigger evolve is actually really good. So Boiling helps us out with that, as well as the rest of the units that you see in our deck. You're able to play, you know, when this has a keyword that you otherwise wouldn't get easily, like let's say like lifesteal. I guess we can get lifesteal from variant, but like elusive, lifesteal, like if you get any keyword that you usually wouldn't get early, you can play the Boiling to advance your evolve quicker. And that way you can easily get a leveled up Kai'Sa on turn 5 or turn 6. Hatchling is there for the same reason. This gives us 2 keywords, both Lurk and Fearsome, right? Which ends up working out really nice with this deck because, again, it gets her evolved up quicker. Ancient Hourglass just lets us protect our Kai'Sa because, again, Kai'Sa just kind of wins the game. So it's kind of like just another way for us to actually save our units, which will otherwise get punished. The Elder and also the Void Blasters are actually, just like the Boiling, very, very good, more than I expected. So the Elder is there obviously because she gives spell shield, which means that now once you play the Elder, your Abomination later on in the game is always going to have spell shield. And sometimes this thing stays alive all the way until you summon your Kai'Sa. There are times where you don't get your supercharge, and having the Boiling in the field and being able to copy the spell shield ends up working out well for us. Blinding Assault gives us access to Challenger Scout, again advancing that level up, and also lets us be able to copy the Scout into Kai'Sa. Sharpsight is just there obviously for protection, etc. There is a bug going on right now where Sharpsight counts as a keyword. It is a bug, has been confirmed by Riot. So if you're able to not abuse it during the game, that's great. Like you should only really use Sharpsight to protect your unit, or if you need to like kill a unit, you shouldn't be using it to abuse the bug and give Kai'Sa an extra keyword. Cataclysm really is you there to synergize with Kai'Sa. I like Cataclysm more than I like the Rally. The Cataclysm lets me just attack with Kai'Sa. A lot of times we're able to actually have a scout unit on the field because we also play the Warden, which gives us barrier and scout towards our bow. And the Cataclysm ends up working out with that because sometimes, you know, if you Cataclysm with a unit that has scout, you get another attack again. So technically, it ends up becoming double the Rally for less mana if you have a Kai'Sa that has scout on the field already. Quicksand is so good in the meta, helps us out a lot in the mirror. Nothing to say about that. Supercharge, right? 2 keywords that are very, very powerful. Rider Negation, it goes right along with Ancient Hourglass, protecting our units, whether it's Kai'Sa or something else. It ends up becoming really, really clutch, and I like playing 2 of it. We do play 1 Diver, kind of just there as a way to get elusive, right? Guaranteed way to get elusive for a potential late game Abomination, or even Kai'Sa herself could get the elusive tough from the Diver. And then 1 Concerted Strike. I want to play 2 of them, but I'm having a hard time thinking what else to cut for the second Concerted Strike. Because Concerted Strike is really good in this meta to be able to get rid of like a Viego or another Kai'Sa, for example, if you need to. And then we finish up with like our other units. So our Radiant Guardian, Lifesteal, Tough, and then Kai'Sa and Abomination are really our finishers. Either one of these 2 cards are going to win you the game most of the times. Kai'Sa especially, like I said, this deck is built to level up Kai'Sa by turn 5, turn 6 the latest. You get that evolve so quickly. So Kai'Sa gets to level up and just completely wreak havoc because her skill lets her just pretty much clear the opponent's board most of the time. So you want to get Kai'Sa, you want to level her up quickly, and just go from there. Abomination ends up just being kind of like an alternate welcome if a game goes on really, really long. But enough about that. When I say that this deck is busted, I think it's actually really busted. He only has a 53% win rate right now in the stats from what I saw. But I think that's more because people are still trying to learn how to play Kai'Sa and how to do this combo. This really reminds me of an uninteractable combo, right? It's really just as annoying to go against this deck as it is to go against like Renekton Action, where you just lose to a Papercraft on the Ruin Runner. But anyways, enough about that. As always, if you like the content, please make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. And we also can stick for the end of the video where we do some mulligan tips. Enjoy the games coming up soon, and I'll see you all in a little bit. So here we're up against Akshan Kai'Sa. So pretty much the similar type of idea that each one of us is trying to do, right? Am I supposed to actually keep the Concerted Strike in this matchup just because of that reason? I actually don't mind it. I don't mind the hatchling. I'm really hesitant on the Concerted Strikes. I also feel like if I keep the Concerted Strike, I don't think I can keep the the Scout, right? I think it has to be one or the other, because I feel like my hand would have been a little bit too low value if I just kept like the Scout, the hatchling, and like everything like that. So I'm willing to do this. That gives me 2 keywords already, right? Scout and Barrier gives me another 2. We have the Spell Shield here as well. So this is going to be getting pretty quickly, right? Because this is 3. This is going to take it up to 5. So we only need 1 more keyword and the above is going to trigger. And that's the keyword that we get from Kai'Sa. Wow. So, so we're just going to have a turn 5 Kai'Sa, by the way, guys. Wow. A turn 5 leveled up Kai'Sa. Yeah, actually, that is correct, right? Because we're going to get Kai'Sa quick attack is 4. Barrier and Scout gets us there. But we also have Fearsome, so we can actually attack with both. The only downside is losing the Spell Shield, but I don't think I'm too concerned about that. I'm going to do this Water Calling now, just so that he cannot get the free trade with the Browwind on the hatchling. Well, it's not free, it does 1 damage, right? And the opponent's going to have to literally kill us. The only downside is that they have the attack token on 5. So we cannot summon Kai'Sa until after the fact, right? We get Fury. Does Fury matter? I don't think Fury is what I want. I don't need to worry about. I guess if we summon this now, he can pull it on turn 5, right? So I guess we have to go for the Boiling, but if we go for the Boiling, the opponent just pulls it with the Browwind. So I guess we just pass. We take 2 and 3. I want to summon. I do want to summon the Boiling this turn. Because we're gonna hit the Evolve with the Green Flame with the Warden right here. But again, we have the same concern that we talked about, right? Where if we play the Warden now, it means that we're not gonna have Scout on the Kai'Sa. Because the opponent knows we have a Kai'Sa. I think it's fine. I think this is pushing so much damage because we're able to trigger. I guess we're not pushing that much damage, right? Because the opponent has the Browwind to block. Yeah, I guess we're not pushing that much damage, right? Because he can block the Elder. I guess I give him the Boiling, but I don't give him the Elder. So now the opponent has a choice. He can kill Warden and he can kill, or he can kill the Elder. He decided to get rid of his Challenger. So now he doesn't have a way to really kill this. So we're going to have Kai'Sa with Scout, and that should be enough to win us the game. We'll have access to Battle Negation to stop anything. We can Concerted Strike his Kai'Sa right here. We have Spell Shield. So I don't see how the opponent wins this, right? Because if they summon Kai'Sa, right? They summon Kai'Sa here. They still need 1 more action, right? They still need 1 more action to be able to get that Spell Shield. They don't get it, so we're able to just consider that Kai'Sa, and that's the reason. Again, This is the whole reason why I wanted to keep that concerted at the start of the game. Literally exactly this. We have enough mana next turn to do Kai'Sa and have Rider Negation, meaning that we never lose to this concerted. And we can give the Kai'Sa the Scout. And this is kind of crazy. Now, he is able to still give everything here, which is kind of annoying. Don't even think I need to do this, right? Don't even think I need to block this. I think we just go for the Kai'Sa. We have Rider Negation. We can give the second skin to get the Scout on her. Kai'Sa is kind of busted. This is such a threat here. The best that the opponent can do is literally be able to do... because we're going to kill this Boiling. That's why I didn't block it. Because the Boiling is going to die. Well, I guess we don't have that many keywords. Actually, we don't have that many keywords. So the Boiling doesn't actually die. Because I forgot, Kai'Sa's skill is all depending on the number of keywords that you have. So we don't have enough keywords. Don't think we need access to... So this is going to do 1/1/1 and get rid of the spell shield. And then we can attack with the Warden afterwards. We don't want to attack with the Warden right now because the opponent will obviously be able to block with the action. Once we do this, it cannot block it with the action anymore. He keep the Elder, that will let us get Spell Shield on the Kai'Sa on the next turn after this. Okay, that's a nice block. That's a nice way to block, right? So, oh wait, this is lethal, so he needs to block, right? He needs to block, so I guess we just attack with the Warden as well, right? No, I don't want to attack with the Warden. If the opponent has Kai'Sa though, we lose the Warden anyway, so might as well just get a trade in right now. Because the opponent has to block Kai'Sa with a unit, which means that the Warden is able to trade. So no matter what, he has to sacrifice one of his units. So we just go like this. Yeah, actually, never mind. He could actually block this with action, but the opponent didn't see it. Because this didn't hit the action. This only hits the units that have 2 health. Now, opponent's at 7, so they are able to do a Kai'Sa. But is the Kai'Sa actually scary? Because we have access to Quicksand, right? Tough? Tough is not bad, but I think I'm looking for Elusive now, right? Oh, wow. Are we just pressing OK here? Don't we just press OK here and call it a day? Huh. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna pass. I think I like just passing, to be honest. If the opponents... I guess we could sacrifice our 5/3 and summon the Radiant Guardian. That would have been better. But I'm guessing it's sacked. I'm guessing that the opponent was going to have access to Concerted. So we first start with the Rider Negation here. If we do the Rider Negation and we kill our mana... So it's just Quicksand. It's just Quicksand, by the way. Because the Quicksand gets rid of the ball. So we're only taking 3. We're able to give the Kai'Sa the Spell Shield next turn. And we still have access to Rider Negation. So the opponent cannot kill us with a second Concerted. Right? I really prefer getting something better here, but I mean that's fine. This is presenting lethal if we summon this guy. We could summon the Abomination, but then the Abomination means that we don't have, like, there's a lot of stuff that we don't have. So the opponent can kill this Kai'Sa, which is the reason. I guess we don't have to, because Kai'Sa gets the second skin every time she gets a keyword. Every time we get the attack token. So we can actually go like this. Give Kai'Sa a spell shield. Attack. Oh, it's round start, so she won't get it again. But I think it's fine. I think because this is the best that we can do. This is the best. He has to block. Doesn't block. Loses the game. Yeah, this is the best that we can do. For some reason, I thought it worked like the Windswept Hillock, where if you get the attack token again, you're able to stun again. But it says round start, so it makes sense there. But either way, that was always going to be the best one, right? That's why we didn't let that Elder die, so that we could give Kai'Sa spell shield since we didn't get the supercharge. The Void Abomination had just been a little bit too much. But you can kind of see how crazy this is. We literally had Kai'Sa leveled up by turn 5. We just play her in turn 6, obviously, because we didn't have an attack token. But yeah, GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Mono Zilean, and I have heard the stories of this deck. I have seen this deck in action. I don't mind keeping one Blinding Assault. Sharp Side's kind of tempting, but one Blinding Assault is okay, and we just have to look for the Kai'Sa. Kind of a bit of an awkward hand. So this deck that the opponent is playing is trying to just get a bunch of time bombs, right? Using Rite of Passage. So Rite of Passage with all the time bombs can get really crazy. If he gets Zilean and we don't get Kai'Sa, I'm gonna be so sad. The Elder gives us Spell Shield, but is the Elder actually good, considering that she will die to a time bomb? It's kind of tempting. I don't know how good she actually is, though. But she's just gonna die to a time bomb. Opponent gets the Zilean. We could threaten the kill on the Zilean with the Scout attack. I'm gonna attack. If the opponent wants to block here, be my guess. Because I'm pretty sure this is gonna die to the time bomb anyways. It might be greedy. But at least this way we can threaten the Zilean kill with the Blinding Assault. But the opponent also plays Mystics and get excited. So that's probably never actually gonna happen either. So it's a little bit of copium there as well. Is Augment where we want to be? So Augment puts me at 2 out of 6. Overrun puts me at 3 out of 6. This is only going to be 2 more. So we're not able to hit the Evolvios yet. Maybe we don't want the Augment. Is Augment even going to be good? I don't think it is, right? So I think we just pass. We could do the Valor. But I don't want to lose to the time bomb right here. So I'm going to do the Valor. We have to do the Valor on our next turn. And have mana for Rite of Negation open. Okay, well, opponent just lets us do it this turn. So I'll take this. Now, I don't want to... Supercharge would be kind of nice. Okay. Elusive is really good. So, unfortunately, I think we just go here, right? But it could have a second Zilean, and that could be a punch. I really don't want that Zilean to level up. So I want to kill the Zilean now. If opponent has a second Zilean, then that will be the punish there. Elusive is really, really good. Kind of makes me feel like I want to play Elusive, even though it's technically not. Like, I could have done the Boy Blaster. Yeah, see, like, he had the time bomb, so he could have the Rite of Passage to level up the Zilean. So it had to be the Boy Blaster, because we ended up losing to the time bomb anyways. So it had to be the Boy Blaster, because now we don't have a blocker. The opponent gets to hit us for 7, so we go down to 10 HP. And again, they have a lot of burn. Now, we do have the Rite of Negation. Wait, that's actually fine with me, right? Wait, isn't that okay with me? Because now we trigger the Radiant Guardian, because our unit died at the start of the turn. Right, okay, I'll take that. Now, Rite of Negation is going to be important. Time Bomb doesn't do anything here. Rite of Negation is going to be important to stop us from dying. So we cannot tap out of the Rite of Negation. We could do the Boy Blaster. And if we draw Kai'Sa, that would be ideal, because Kai'Sa is literally just enough. So Kai'Sa is enough to actually be able to play Kai'Sa plus Rite of Negation. It's not Kai'Sa. So let's go ahead and do the Boy Blaster. That gives me another blocker. We heal back up right here. We have Rite of Negation for Get Excited and the Mystic Shots. When it could have the Quicksand, that could get rid of our lifesteal. But not sure how much that actually matters. Okay, so you see the time bomb. The ironic thing here is that the opponent actually doesn't have board space to actually be able to do their time bombs if they have the Rite of Passage. I still think it's always correct to attack, though. I still think it's always correct to attack. Since the opponent tapped out of the burn, are we supposed to go ahead and do the Scout attack now? I think so, right? I think we just go ahead and just get rid of his units, because the opponent has a lot of units. So I also don't want to die to just getting smirked down, right? Because we can trade with the Clockling, right? So we can go like this and just everywhere else. That way we're also mana efficient and not burn that mana like that. Opponent will need to have like a Mystic Shot or get excited, but it's fine because we have Sharp Sight and we have Radiant Negation. Get to push some damage here, get rid of all his units. Time Bomb. Okay, put some damage on us. And he duplicated the Time Bomb. That was the card that he probably targeted with the Imperfectionist. But again, because we ended up getting the Radiant Guardian because of the Time Bomb that the opponent killed the Boiling with, he ends up being fine. So even if the opponent goes another Time Bomb right here, this is okay. We still have Radiant Negation, and we're gonna have another blocker with the Void Blaster. Yeah, so double Time Bomb. Still not enough to kill us. We have enough for Sharp Sight and Radiant Negation. Blockers for everything. Yeah, okay. This should be in our side now. We're gonna be able to lifesteal all the way back up to a decent amount of health. And now at this point, we just need to look for the... Obviously, we have a lot of outs. We have Kai'Sa, Rite of Calling, and Void of Abomination. All of which can win us the game on the spot. We're even doing a lot of overwhelm damage, right? Every time that we attack with the Void Blasters. Our opponent really committed to Rite of Passage. He gets the Rite of Calling. So he's gonna get the Mr. Zilean. Are we supposed to have killed that Zilean though? I don't think I wanted to do the Radiant Negation there, right? Because I think I need the Radiant Negation to stop the burn. Now, he will be able to level up Zilean potentially. Unless we get the Kai'Sa. Because if we get the Kai'Sa, we have the Blinding Assault as well. Or the Void Abomination. Either one of those could be really good for us. That's not great. But, maybe. Maybe. For us to kill that Zilean with the Boiling, we will have to... 1, 3, 7... I guess we can just do it with the Sharp Sight as well, but I kind of like keeping the Sharp Sight to keep this guy alive. The only downside is that if the opponent has a Time Bomb, he could play 2 Time Bombs here. And that would actually level up the Zilean. Okay, so if he has the Time Bomb, he can actually clear my whole board here and level up the Zilean, right? Rite of Passage is pretty good, guys. Very, very good. If he doesn't commit the Time Bomb here, then I can assume that he doesn't have it, in which case we can attack with the Voidling. Because he's going to have to challenge you to kill the Zilean. Oh, okay. That's kind of smart. That's kind of smart. That way we don't get the lifesteal, and our girl is going to die, right, to the Time Bomb. I can see that. That was pretty smart. We can just go like this. Do I still want to summon this? That Zilean is annoying because opponent doesn't get any value, right? Because he played the Time Bomb afterwards. But I kind of don't want to play this. I know the Challenger is nice, but we don't need to play it right now. We get the Tough back. We keep her at good health, and there we go. That's all I was looking for. We have enough mana here for Radiant Negation plus Void Abomination. We have Radiant Negation for his burn. I guess, and if we... Round start, we have fitting copy of each non-fitting card I saw you play last round. So I guess with the changes... it still works, right? We have Lifesteal, Scout, Elusive, Challenger, Spell Shield. We have everything. Actually, we don't have it. No, we do have Elusive. We have yeah, we literally have everything here. So if this thing stays alive, which with the Spell Shield and opponent really committing the Quicksand, it's a good chance he does, then I think we should be fine. The opponent, I'm guessing, created another Time Bomb potentially. It's gonna just go for the second Zilean. Second Zilean doesn't do anything for us, right? I mean, doesn't kill me. All that the second Zilean does is just giving a way to save his champion. I'm guessing the opponent is trying to thin out their deck so that they can actually get their burn, which makes sense, right? Opponent could have their own Radiant Negation, which is the only concern here that I have. Okay. Oh, Supercharge is good. I mean, we already have Spell Shield. But Supercharge is going to be good for later, right? I think we just go here. I mean, do we actually need to challenge anything? Because this is going to be doing all the elusive damage already. That's not where we win. That's not where we lose from here, right? So if we're able to lifesteal and push this damage, how do we lose? How do we lose from here? Because we can supercharge.
Well, guess I did that. Fine, we have first. But you need that.
The only downside is that we don't really have a way to. So I don't want to put damage on this guy. Is there a way for us to win here? Because this thing got Challenger, didn't get any amazing keywords. We're able to lifesteal all the way to the top. Opponent has a ton of value. We know that he has another Zilean, and he's going to have another Rite of Calling. Is it just stalling out? Is it just stalling out the opponent? Because they could play the Zilean and then do a Rite of Calling to bring the Zilean back. So it doesn't make sense to me to attack with this guy. So I think we just go like this. Why can't we get our own Rite of Calling? We're full lifesteal. And the opponent's going to have to start all over again with their game plan, right? And my units all have tough. So we shouldn't be in a big concern here. You already lost. You don't get anything. Wait, didn't we kill a Zilean already?
Stop.
Yeah, we already killed a Zilean, so you literally don't get anything here. All you did was just kill your own unit. The tough is really bad for him, right? Because yeah, we're gonna lose our Boy Blaster, and maybe that's the reason why we wanted to attack with it. But I didn't want to attack with the Boy Blaster and give the opponent a chance to be able to play the Zilean Chrono Sheath. Now, he's gonna get a ton of time bumps here. But time bumps is not enough to kill us. He's gonna get a lot of time bumps because he's gonna get so many cards here from that Zilean. To the point where I actually think he's gonna overdraw. Like, he's gonna get so many cards here that he should be overdrawing. Oh, close, close. Not overdraw just yet, but very close. No Kai'Sa, no Rite of Calling. Kind of feels bad. Yeah, he's gonna kill the Boy Blaster. We can play the Radiant Guardian in response. Still have access to everything else. And then next time we just win. The lifesteal and the tough is really bad for them, right? Because the time bomb doesn't do anything. And any damage that they're doing with the time bomb, we're just literally like just healing it back up. So opponent already committed one quicksand. They will need to have double quicksand to be able to stop this abomination, because he has elusive. He's definitely gonna overdraw next turn though, right? Because he should have a way to get rid of his whole hand. Don't know if the regeneration is actually okay. I mean, do we give this regeneration and call it a day? Because we still have enough mana for 4, and we have mana for the quakes. Might as well, right? That way this guy gets regeneration, just in case of anything. I don't think it's necessary. Because he could roll... Is there any keyword that I want to see here that would actually help us out? Aside from regen. Nah, let's just do the regen. I don't think there's any keyword that helps us out in this game anyways anymore. There's the first quicksand, and opponent messed up because now we can supercharge, right? So now we can supercharge. Oh, it doesn't get the spell shield. Oh, it does get the spell shield. Okay, I was gonna say. Now opponent gets another quicksand because of Zilean. So it would have gotten the spell shield if I did it somewhere else. By the way, that's why I did it that way. He doesn't actually. He did still get the quicksand, so he needs to have a second quicksand here. And do the double quicksand play, otherwise they lose right here. They have one. They have the second one. And they don't. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that supercharge was huge. Again, not drawing Kai'Sa this whole game, but we still won the game because of the Boy Abomination. What I was confused there about for a second, by the way, guys, is like sometimes, like if I had given the supercharge to, let's say, the Boiling or the Radiant Guardian, because the Abomination had already received Spell Shield in this game already, he wouldn't have gotten it again. So I had to do it on the Abomination, and then I got confused because I didn't see the Spell Shield glitter on it until I actually clicked and saw that it was there in the keywords. So GG's. Here we're up against Ezreal Caitlyn. So historically, Naxos does well versus, like, you know, versus the Demacia decks. However, because Kai'Sa gives us access to like so many things like Spell Shield, etc., I don't know how good that's actually gonna be. I don't mind the Boy Blaster. It becomes a really good unit against them. We keep our Kai'Sa. Overwhelm is not what we're looking for. Okay, Impact. Do we just go for the Impact? Is it Impact? I don't think it's Impact. I think Impact is probably the worst one. We can just go here for the Spell Shield. Yeah, we can go here for the Spell Shield. We can try to look for something better, like even, heck, even like Lifesteal would be better than Impact, to be honest. Fearsome? Fearsome is not horrible. Fearsome is not horrible. It's a different keyword, right? Which is what we're looking for. We can block with both the House Spiders completely. But it decides that it's better not to do anything. I think it's a mistake if it doesn't... Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's a mistake if you don't attack with everything, because then obviously once these guys get evolved, then we kind of get screwed over. The Boy Blaster puts us at 3 out of 5. Kai'Sa puts us at 3 out of 6. That puts us there, right? That gives us the last 2 that we need. So we gotta do the Boy Blaster first. Gives us a good blocker. We can do the Greenfang Warden next turn. It's gonna have Barrier. And then we can play Kai'Sa on turn 6, have mana for Water Negation, and we can copy the Scout from the Warden. So we can play the Warden next turn. So yeah, so with this deck, it is like it's kind of like a combo deck, right? It is a combo deck, so you gotta think about your turns ahead of time. So obviously we want to hit the Evolve.
Don't blink or you'll miss me.
We want to hit the Evolve. I'm just gonna take this 4 damage here. I don't think, even if the opponent blocks with Caitlyn, I'm okay with that. Yeah. So you gotta think a few turns ahead, right? So the Warden now gets us to 5 out of 6, and the Kai'Sa Quick Attack will get us to the last amount that we need. So that's kind of where the value comes in. Now, I kind of do I want to block this? Kind of do, I kind of don't, because this is gonna get buffed up because of the Evolve, right? So as long as we do the Warden here, right? He could do the Mystic Shot to kill the Warden, like, but he will have to commit Mystic Shot plus another card. Otherwise, the Kai'Sa is gonna get access to... Okay, so he's gonna do like this. So I still don't think it's correct to Water Negation. I'm thinking it's correct to Water Negation, because what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna actually play the Spell Shield, and that's gonna give Kai'Sa Spell Shield, which is just as good. Which is, I mean, it's not as good as the Scout, but it's pretty good, right? Especially because we'll have access to the Cataclysm. We want to keep Water Negation to stop their big Tri-Beam, right? No! Okay, well, we didn't get the Spell Shield, but we at least get the Kai'Sa leveled up because she has the Quick Attack. So we get our Evolve here. We can give the Kai'Sa the Overwhelm, which is not the worst, not the best. We're able to stop the Tri-Beam and anything else that the opponent tries to do here. Man, losing that Spell Shield kind of sucked, but we'll have the Spell Shield again for the future turn. Yeah. And that's where we go here. Stop that Thermal. They were able to give her Overwhelm. She's not going to be able to kill his units, but opponent has to kind of do something, right? Because there is a lot of damage here. There is a lot of damage. And we can supercharge... I guess opponent could open, right? Opponent could open to kill the Kai'Sa. But if they don't open to kill the Kai'Sa, we can supercharge and Cataclysm, which will be just as brutal. My concern here is if we get hit by a flash bomb, then this is vulnerable to a block or a scorcher, which could be really scary. Okay, we don't get hit by the flash bomb. Huge, 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 huge. So this is game, right? This should be game. Because opponent doesn't have a way to actually kill this. Oh wait, he could kill his own unit. He could kill his own unit. That would stop the Cataclysm. So what if we wait? What if we wait for him to commit the Mystic Shot first? We wait for him to commit the Mystic Shot first. Because opponent could actually Mystic Shot their own Ezreal to start the Cataclysm. As long as we have Spell Shield on this Kai'Sa, opponent shouldn't have a way to kill her. Because we're able to stop like the Mystic Shot. Opponent would have to have like Mystic, and then Scorched Earth. Right? So it would have to be double Mystic and then Scorched Earth. Which is possible. It could be Mystic, and double Flock as well.
They're afraid.
Mystic, and double Flock. I still think I would have done the Supercharge the same way. Actually, is that true? Because we could just replay that Kai'Sa. Okay, so this is just game, right? We have Spell Shield, we have Cataclysm. We can actually give for Spell Shield again because we can play the Elder. And there we go. Oh, okay. The Spell Shield is just bad. Spell Shield is really bad for the Snaxus decks, right? They could beat Demacia before Spell Shield became a thing. The Cataclysm, as you saw, can present a lot of damage, but I almost forgot that it could get cancelled if the opponent kills the target. So, GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Lurk, and I think we should be pretty favorable here, right? We have a lot of blockers. Okay, well, our hand is not amazing, to be honest, which might be the only downside here. I think as much as I would like to keep my strikes to be able to deal with his units, I think I need to look for blockers. I feel like the way that you play against okay, we got the Eluce. Oh, we got Fade. Okay. The way that you beat this type of decks is through blocking early, right? Oh man, Fade is not amazing, but it might not be bad, to be honest. Fade might not be bad. The only downside is that we don't have a blocker, right? We didn't get any of our units except for the Radiant Guardian and the Kai'Sa. So we wanted to get more units for this to actually matter. Yeah, we needed more units. We need a lot more units. Because here opponent could have the Snapjaw, and we can't do anything about it. Now, this is not a bad one, because we can just block, right? We have something that has barrier that can block. Cataclysm is going to be good for later. Okay, yeah. So now opponent kind of has an Aqua attack here, right? Opponent has an Aqua attack here. They could still attack with the collar. I guess they could just attack like this too. Radiant Guardian is going to be our saving grace, right? It's going to have to be Radiant Guardian for us to have a chance. Void Blaster is not bad whatsoever. So I would love to rather call in this so that we can get another Kai'Sa for the supercharge. But I think we should save it because we need her. We need a blocker. We need like a blocker, right? Because opponent has a pretty wide board. We'll have the Radiant Guardian and we'll have the Kai'Sa. If the opponent hits the Pike, we're in trouble. But if it's not Pike, then we're okay.
We're sure to save Acacia.
So we block. I mean, we could do the Kai'Sa now. That will level up. Kai'Sa is not enough. No, it's not enough just yet. It's gonna kill the Scout, which makes sense, right? The Scout makes the most sense here. So he pulls this and he pulls this with these two units. We're getting hit by 4. We can block the Surge side. We get hit by 3 plus 4 plus another 4. So that's gonna be. No, the other downside here is that because Kai'Sa, oh well, Kai'Sa won't have the Overwhelm. I think it has to be Radiant Guardian. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get hit by the 10. I'm gonna get hit by the 10 damage, yeah, because he pulls here. Oh, I guess, yeah, he can't pull this one, never mind. So it's actually less damage. He gets the Rek'Sai, and we go down to 12. We could also quicksand, but again, I think we need to be able to hit the Radiant Guardian. If the opponent has access to Pike, we just lose the game. But I don't think I can play around the Pike. We can clear his whole board because Kai'Sa is going to be able to be leveled up. So because Kai'Sa is leveled up, we can clear his whole board. But it's actually at the Terran. Like, attacking with Kai'Sa actually ends up being bad for us. Because we end up clearing his whole board, right? Because we end up clearing the whole board, meaning that we don't actually get the lifesteal. Because this doesn't have access to... I guess we could look for the supercharge. I guess we could look for the supercharge, right?
We have something the void will never understand. Me.
So we don't do the cataclysm this turn. We just go for the supercharge. Again, we lose to the Pike. We lose to the Pike. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, so we can supercharge. So what we had done, they would have been Rattle Calling for mana. We get the supercharge because we get a second case Kai'Sa guarantee. We supercharge the Radiant Guardian, then do the second skin on her, taking her tough, lifesteal, overwhelm, spell shield, and then we attack with Kai'Sa and win the game that way. So the overwhelm will allow us to be able to actually get advantage of our lifesteal. So GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Fielder Rush. I think they're gonna have a hard time versus us, right? We have rallies, we have spell shield, we have the Elder, Kai'Sa. This is a nuts hand. Because of the spell shield, we're able to give spell shield to the Kai'Sa. We get the tough and the elusive as well. It's very rarely that I actually get to use this unit, by the way. And we have the Radiant Negation. Okay, yeah, this is not looking great for the opponent, like whatsoever. We even get a second Kai'Sa, technically, right? The Abomination is gonna have spell shield. The Abomination is gonna have spell shield, elusive, tough, and whatever, and quick attack from Kai'Sa, obviously. We even have the scout now. This is not great. This is not great for them. I don't think playing the scout right now is correct. I think we play them later on in the game, right? We can do the silver, the diver here. That takes us to 3 out of 4. This will give us the last 2, and then the Kai'Sa herself gives us the last keyword. So this gives us Challenger Scout, and Kai'Sa gives us quick attack. So we're gonna hit the bulb right away. We don't need to actually attack with the Elder because we want to keep her in the field so that we can actually use her spell shield, right? See, so we force the opponent to use a Battlefield here, which is great. That's one more thing. That's one pain that the opponent just got out of the way, right? And that's also one less pain that's going to affect our Valor. Now, what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to play Valor first. I'm going to play Valor first. I'm not going to play Kai'Sa this turn because we want to have access to... We want to have access to the Valor Negation. But he could have the Avalanche, I guess, right? Or he could have access to the Blighted Ravine, but if they do, I want to force him to use it right now. So I think it's always still correct to do this. Oh, okay, well, I think we should be just winning now, right? Because we have the Rider Negation. We have the Rider Negation to stop Ruination or stop anything like that. We can give Kai'Sa the Scout and Challenger, allowing us to kill the opponent's whole board. The only downside here, honestly... Vengeance? Yeah, it's correct. Opponent should Battle Feast if they have it. Doesn't have a Battle Feast, so I'm gonna go ahead and just copy this. The reason I'm copying this right now is so that we can just kill all his board right now and call it a day. We could have gone for the elusive, but I don't think the elusive is presenting lethal either. So I'm okay going this way. Because we're getting rid of his ramp, right? And opponent hasn't used any of the ages. So by getting rid of the ramp, we're okay. And this is taking him down to 3 anyways. Because we got rid of the ramp, opponent is not able to actually do Feel the Rush anytime soon yet. So this is still pretty much winning the game, right? This guy is gonna be nuts, right? This guy's gonna be nuts. Opponent went ahead and did that, so we can go ahead and do this. Might as well do this now for free. We got another Kai'Sa, so now the opponent knows that if they don't kill Kai'Sa, they lose. If they don't kill Kai'Sa, they lose anyways because of the supercharge, right? Which is why this deck is nuts. Like, what is the opponent supposed to do here? Okay. Second Avalanche could be a problem. Second Avalanche could be a problem. Ravine is too much of a punish if I do the supercharge. So I think we just go the Boiling first. You got Fearsome? Sure. We can take the Fearsome. We can go the Boiling first. This is presenting lethal, even if the opponent finds a way to kill Kai'Sa. And then we just win. We just put the supercharge on the Kai'Sa. Actually, we don't need to put the supercharge on the Kai'Sa. We can put on one of these other units. Which one do we do it on? I guess we do it on the elusive, right? That way we're able to actually copy the elusive. So we go like this. We're able to give our Kai'Sa elusive, right? She has elusive spell shield scout. And this is lethal. Opponent needs to have Battle Feast plus Vengeance and doesn't have it. And that's game. This is dealing a lot. This was enough for lethal, by the way, but yeah, this deck is just nuts. I think I haven't. Wow, this deck is nuts. I haven't lost a game since I started playing this deck. Now you might see a loss in the YouTube video, but at this moment we just went 5-0 with this deck, and we just picked it up today. So GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. I actually ended up not playing any more games after the last game, so I ended up going 5-0. I literally picked up this deck today. I copied a list from Runeterra AR, then adjusted it to some of the things that I needed. Like I think the list only had one battle negation, so I added a second one. They had one diver. I reduced. They had two divers. I reduced it to one and added a Crusader Strike. So I literally picked it up. Hadn't played this deck at all patch. Picked it up so that I could learn it and make a video for you guys. And while learning the deck, I ended up going 5-0, and this is it, right? The combo is just so nuts, and it's so easy to protect your Kai'Sa to have because of Rattle Negation and even Ancient Hourglass. Even though we didn't get to use Ancient Hourglass this video, it's so easy to protect your Kai'Sa and then be able to give spells. Because remember, the Kai'Sa second skin, you can use it even if Kai'Sa is not on the field. Which means that, let's say that you summon your Kai'Sa, opponent does like a Vengeance, you can do Ancient Hourglass and then protect your Kai'Sa and still use your second skin on something like a Elder or something like a Scout unit, so that you get that value when Kai'Sa gets respawned from the Hourglass. So that's kind of what that combo is with the Hourglasses. I think this deck is crazy. I think you're going to see this deck a lot over the next month. And it's really hard to see what can beat it because of how easy it is for you to get access to Spell Shield. And it's not like you can go to a late game, because late game they just summon the Abomination and just kind of win the game like that. I do, again, enough. Just if you want to get some LP, recommend learning this deck and going from there. In terms of mulligan, I think it's okay to keep one Kai'Sa in your hand, whether it's Kai'Sa or Rider Calling, because of how important Kai'Sa is to this deck. So you do want to keep Kai'Sa in your hand. Then from there, you kind of just keep your units, right? You want to keep your units, especially those that give you two keywords, like the Hatchling or the Warden, or even the Valor, because that's the way that you're able to actually level up the Kai'Sa right away by turn 4, by turn 5, turn 6, right? So yeah, so I would recommend that. Just go ahead, keep your early units, Boiling, Hatchling, Blinding Assault, and the Warden, right? That'll be the best way to do it. I don't mind keeping the Elder as well. It gives me the Spell Shield, and she's very hard for the opponent to remove because she has Spell Shield, of course, right? So it ends up actually working out really well for us. You don't really want to get your combo pieces, like your spells, until later into the game, once you already have stabilized the board presence and you're able to win the games further. I do keep Rattle Negation if I'm going against Shadow Owls, though, just so that you can stop their vengeance. But every other spell, you're probably better off saving until you actually draw later in the game. But enough about that. As always, if you like the video, please make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. It helps us out a lot every time you guys do that. Also, when you comment and stuff, give me your thoughts about this deck, because I think this deck is nuts and busted, and it's really frustrating to play against, as you have seen us, as we were showcasing other decks in the past few days, how annoying it is to go against this. We also stream on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund, so you can find us there on Twitch, and you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.